Hello everyone and welcome to another high-elo game of Age of Empires. Today we're joining John Roxton on his search for pterodactyl eggs as JorDan, playing as the Celts in red, prepares to take on ACCM, playing as the Italians in blue. Now while the players herd their herdables, explore their plateaued settlements and try to go up to feudal as fast as possible, let's take a look at the Civ matchup we'll be watching today, followed by a review of the map, which is quite interesting, quirky, and should be a lot of fun. The Celts, a civilization built around their need for speed. Their lumberjacks work faster, which is great because they need lots and lots of wood for their primary focus, which is siege. Their siege workshops work faster, their siege units fire faster, and all siege workshop units can be upgraded to get 40% more HP. Now, coming back to their need for speed, Celtic infantry do move faster than normal. Starting in Feudal Age, their castles and towers can be upgraded to attack 33% faster, and their unique unit, the Woad Raider, is the second fastest infantry unit in the game and comes with a good amount of HP and a pretty strong attack. Now, to feed a big, hungry, growing populations, the Celts can actually convert and steal enemy herdables, even if enemy units are standing next to them. Opposing, we have ACCM as the Italians, a cost-cutting civilization. Their university technologies are cheaper. Advancing to the next age is cheaper, and gunpowder units are cheaper as well. Now, using all of these saved resources, a little bit of a trouble with this Ibex here. Using all of these saved resources, the Italians can actually field two unique units. The first is the Genoese crossbowman, a pretty decent foot archer with a healthy attack bonus against cavalry. And the second is the Condottiero. This is a quick-moving tanky infantry unit with not only a massive attack bonus against gunpowder units, but also added bonus armor against certain gunpowder units. Now, to make these units even tankier on the field of battle, all Italian foot archers except skirmishers and their condottieri can be upgraded to get extra armor. And starting in Imperial Age, the condottieri can be trained out of the barracks of the Italians. Think perfusion for the, or rather anarchy for the Goths, except unlike the Goths, you don't have to actually research anything. This just happens automatically in Imperial Age the second you click up. Now let's take a look. I told you this is going to be a bit of a zany, wonky map. Take a look at this. Very little wood. I mean, a bit of an unfair start here for ACCM. No, take a look. He's got a few mini forests, whereas JorDan, the Celt, with the 15% faster lumberjacks, has to go very far off campus. He has no wood up here, just a tiny little bit of autumnal. What are we looking at here? Oaks? Yeah. This is very unfortunate for JorDan. Means he had to go a little bit off campus, further away, more commute. So his forests are in the suburbs, nothing in the downtown metropolitan area of his base. And I'll zoom out again. These are basically a chain of 3 plateaus, with the center plateau coming with a bit of extra gold. 1, 2, 3 patches. So it is at 6 times 800, about 5,000 gold. And a pretty big map. This is not a small map. The Italians don't actually, I mean, they've got access to hussars and late game decent cavalry, but until then, their units don't really move that quickly. So the Celtic quicker infantry here might have a bit of an advantage over the Italians. That being said, as always, depends on the players. We've got pigs scouting for one player. We've got duck, duck, goose scouting for the other. Both players roughly the same villager count. ACCM going up to feudal about 25 seconds ahead, but 1 villager down. By the way, what are the resources outside of their plateaus? Also not a lot, just a bit of stone. All the extra gold on the map, these 6 piles, are actually centered on the actual centered plateau. So this might become a hotly contested piece of real estate here. We'll see what happens. For now, let's take a look. ACCM has obviously discovered where his opponent is. Red pinging over here saying, hey, you forgot your pig. JorDan has also seen exactly where his opponent is. He's pinging again. Or flaring, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Saying, hey, I don't want that pig. You take it. But looks like he's got a couple of geese down here as well. pigs and geese, a real animal farm situation developing here. Looks like a bit of a battle between scouts as ACCM looks to put on some pressure, although going for economic upgrades at the moment. What else is he building? An archery range. Already has his barracks up. Oh my god, he's pushing Ibex away. That is an interesting play here. Not only is he thieving, oh, unless this is one of his geese from the beginning of the game. But an overall very pretty map. I'm gonna come back to the map. I don't mind this map at all. This just means that we're going to see a lot of expansions. Oh, loses the goose. The goose that did not really lay the golden egg, rather lay 100 food. I think we're going to see a lot of fun. I mean, fun with an asterisk, right? Because fun, I was going to say we're going to see a lot of multi-pronged on a map like this where wood lines are thick and juicy, but very far away from town centers. Why do I say an asterisk? Because I hope I can catch all the action. When there is a lot of action, you guys know, I will all of a sudden randomly focus on the tail of the snow leopard. And so I will try my best. Relics in a bit of a crag here between the two plateaus. JorDan must be seeing this settlement, by the way, and saying, what the hell, you have a forest in the back, a forest in the front, a forest to the side? Where are you getting your seeds for your oak trees? Because nothing grows on my plateau. And how much gold does everyone have? 12 gold piles. That's a lot of stone. Gee, I wonder what the map builders wanted to happen here. By the way, X marks the spot. And we'll see if ACCM puts on pressure in this exact location, in which case that would be pretty damn cool. What am I missing here? Why does he only have 9? I mean, there's 7 here. Now I see 11. Sometimes the overlay at the top and at the bottom kind of covers parts of the map. Gonna take out ACCM's eyes, but in any event, there's 7 patches of stone here in his base. And there are 12 gold patches. So how does one have 7 and one have 12? 4,200 stone for you, but only 2,400 stone? What am I missing? Where's the other stone patch here? That seems a little weird, doesn't it? Not exactly a balanced map spawn. Maybe he has more stone piles closer to his base. No, JorDan has these 2. Guys, some of you have eagle eyes in the comments section. What the hell am I missing? Where are there? I mean, he's got these 2 here to the north, but it does seem like ACCM has 5 fewer stone piles, which is a little ridiculous. That being said, does have the lumber instead. Also, I think he's much closer to this gold in the center plateau than JorDan is, but usually don't really see that kind of disparity in resource placement. Whatever, it is what it is. Unless I'm, of course, missing something, which I am always open to. I do love my zoom-ins. I do love my focus on random nonsense like this one hawk that's flying over everything. It looks like our Celt, with an army of 1 more than his opponent, 2 more, 3 more, is now going to shoo away the Italian force. But remember, the Italians do take have a nice discount going up to the next stage. 15% is nothing to be scoffed at. 800 food, 200 gold becomes a little bit cheaper. Stable. I mean, I like what ACCM is doing here. He has basically created an enclave for himself. The question is, how do you get out of here? Where are the doors? Where are the gates? Where's any exit? I don't see a way to get out of here, do you? Now I feel like I'm really missing something. No stone, no way to get out of this base. Not that he really wants to at the moment, but he is building scout. Let's see how these scouts go. Maybe I'm missing something. Archers need to be very careful. They're about to get sandwiched. Scouts have pretty decent health. Why are you going to the low ground? Oh, he wants to trap them. Yeah, okay. Decent trap. Loses one of his scouts. Not the end of the world. I'm very curious to see these guys released and see the pathing that they take, because by Jove, I don't see an exit out of here. In any event, 37 villagers for our Italian, 38 for our Celt, who has opted for a more open base, knowing that the Italians are not exactly a quick, hard-hitting raiding civilization, so there's no real point to him creating a crazy amount of wall off, whereas the Celts... Oh, he had to delete the palisade. Okay, so I was right. Okay. Are you guys enjoying hearing me argue with myself? It happens a lot. Oh, man. Here we go. The lumberjack colony here expanded. More and more are here. And now it looks like ACCM with the advantage in army supply, but needs to be very careful. 2 HP on the scout means if the horse even stumbles on a rock, a pebble, it will die. He's a minute and a half away from Castle Age. ACCM still needs more than 100 food. Or no, he doesn't. He's the Italians. He needs exactly the food he has right now. Okay, is he going to click up, or is he focusing on this battle here? I hope he doesn't think he needs 800 food. No, he doesn't. He is going up to castle, but a minute, almost 2 minutes behind his opponent. Yikes. Let's see what our Celt can do with his time advantage. Maybe that's why ACCM is hurrying across the map to put on some kind of pressure here. He's got to distract. He's got to make sure that JorDan doesn't just automatically pull 10 villagers and start castle dropping him. And so far doing a good job. I mean, take a look at JorDan's production, just one night. I would call that mission so far accomplished for ACCM, who's now a little bit over a minute away from going up to Castle Age himself. JorDan, though, will start taking a big economic lead with this town center that's going up. Although I shouldn't say that. In 45 seconds, we'll see how our Italian plays it. Maybe he'll put up a town center quicker than his opponent. A third town center going up as well. Okay, so JorDan playing a bit of the long game. ACCM, by the way, has not seen any of the periphery, which is a little strange. Once you've seen your opponent's base and there's no wood here, you would like to wonder, where the hell is your opponent getting wood to build structures? You've seen there's nothing here. Maybe take a look at the other side. And now they're both in castle. Crossbow, bodkin, wheelbarrow for our Celt, who is now 2 villagers ahead. Any extra town centers for our Italian? Not yet, but now has also expanded. And this is exactly what I wanted to see on a map like this, with only wood outside the bases. Oh no. Oh, a little bit too late to wall this off. But one villager distracts, more move in. Is there any military that can come and assist with this? No, there is not at the moment. He's moving in with a scout of his own, his crossbow force, moving up the right flank of the map. And okay, so ACCM here just sacrificing villagers, hoping to get this town center will go up so he can garrison them. And the knight's not exactly good against castles at this stage. Oh, loses his only knight. ACCM might want to ungarrison these villagers any minute now. Any minute now. Crossbows, 0 kills. Scout, 3 kills. Being shooed away by 2 spearmen. So I would say ACCM, even though now he's down 10 villagers with a slight army supply lead, has weathered the 2-minute storm not bad. And I love the early aggression that he put on once he clicked up to Castle Age. JorDan just not moving forward at the moment. Playing a bit of a Vipers style economic game, which is allowing our Italian to start moving out. Now, one cool thing I will point out, if you haven't watched my video about the June upgrade, or update rather, or patch, whatever you want to call it. Highly recommend it. A little bit of self-promotion there. But why do I recommend it? Because the remember I said Italians can make their units tankier on the field of battle. All their foot archers, except for skirmishers, their condottieri can be upgraded to get +1/+1 armor with the Pavice upgrade. That upgrade used to cost food, now it costs wood. And so in my video, I said, I wonder what the restructuring of the cost rather of that upgrade is going to, how it's going to impact the players, because now it's costing wood, which takes away from numbers, the amount of archers you can use, but you no longer use food, which allows you to get upgrades for those archers. Oh, loses a scout, loses a knight to a convert. So I'm very curious to see how ACCM's playstyle is affected, if at all. Oh, he's going to see that they're elite now. He's got to get the hell out of here. Monk taking relic. Okay, being a little bit safe is JorDan. Doesn't want to run into these crossbows. But when you don't have vision, that's exactly what you have to do. You have to play it a bit on the safe side. And it is ACCM at the 27.5 minute mark who first moves out onto the map. Let's take a look, by the way. I want to see the player's actual vision of the map itself. So ACCM has seen basically the center, the guts of the map. JorDan, similar, but also hasn't yet seen a lot of the periphery of his opponent's side of the map. Now the monk is returning home, seeing that there are no more crossbows. The threat is at least temporarily gone. And this relic will get added to his collection, giving him 2. But look at this. Look at our Celt. 76 villagers to 58. Literally 18 more villagers. But ACCM, with that amazing Italian discount, is heading up to Imperial. The question is, to do what? To do what? Is he going to upgrade these to arbalests? Is he going to continue with the archers? Are we going to see some kind of castle drop? Obviously, the answer is no to that, because he's got literally 0 stone at the moment and only 5 villagers on stone. JorDan, I mean, he sees the scores. He sees that he's 800 points, about 25% score lead over his opponent. Must know that something's up. Plops down another town center here to the side. Knight, keeping an eye on not much. And now this knight is going to finally move in, I hope, further in and discover. Takes one swipe, hoping to scare these villagers into overreacting and garrisoning inside. ACCM uses this time to get wheelbarrow gold mining, improve his economy so he can hit Imperial Age running. And JorDan is now the one who is 2 minutes behind. Now we flip the coin and see how ACCM uses his 2-minute advantage in Imperial compared to how JorDan used his approximately 2-minute advantage in Castle. Economic upgrades for JorDan as well. Let's take a look, by the way, before the players reach it. What is their infrastructure? An archery range, a barracks, a stable, and a castle. Literally one of everything. 2 siege workshops, a barracks, 2 archery ranges, and 1 stables. So an extra archery range, 2 siege workshops, but a castle here starting to produce Woad raiders. Yes. Yes. This is where I suspect things are about to get a little bonko. Okay, chemistry, bracer, town watch. The first 2 are going to definitely help these crossbows pack more of a punch and be able to pack that punch from further away. I mean, tell me, is this the villager count to produce structures of a player who wants to put immediate pressure? 1 villager building a structure in the middle of the map? Outpost is going. Does he see? He must see the outpost. Yeah, of course he does. Oh, let's see JorDan when he sees what the heck's going on here. Oh, maybe if the crossbow had attacked the villager instead, but the villager running the gauntlet pretty well here. Ballistics going down rather for our Celt. And now finally he moves in here to discover this expansion that's been here since what, the second minute of the game. And now he's wedged himself in here, unfortunately for him, on the low ground. And he's playing against the Celts, so he's got to be very careful to see any kind of siege rolling its way, plotting its way slowly. Oh my god, this villager still hasn't died, being chased by 3. Oh no, this might be the nail in the coffin. This might be so sour. ACCM now has arbalests. But 7 skirmishers on the high ground against 12 badly injured arbalests. Who got the kill? Was it the snow leopard? It was the snow leopard. Oh, good for you, buddy. Pet, pet, pet. Another castle defending the stone pile on the left. Resources are starting to become very, very scarce at the moment. Let's see, out of the 12 patches of gold, he's got 9 left with only 6,500. I'm not gonna lie, these arbalests survived a lot longer than I thought they would, and they managed to get a monk, which I don't know why that monk was here. There's no relic here. That monk had no business being on this side of the tracks, and pays for it with his life. Another apple being placed down, otherwise known as a mill. And look at ACCM so far establishing himself out on the map. Remember, gunpowder units for the Italians are cheaper, 20%. And oh mama, 21 Woad Raiders. Does ACCM have any idea that these Woad Raiders are about to hit him? I mean, he must suspect he's building hand cannoneers. Hand cannoneers, of course, coming with a big ol' attack bonus against infantry units. The only issue is Woad Raiders are pretty damn tanky and pretty damn fast. Look at them positioning themselves here. Look at this just base model. 11 base attack, 5 pierce, 70 HP. Is not bad at all. ACCM has to be so freaking careful here, because if these Woads engage, JorDan playing it so super safe. I mean, these Woad Raiders could swarm over this, and down goes what, 450 times 4, 1,800 resources down the shitter. If JorDan just wants to make it happen, instead he is positioning himself aggressively to the northeast of the base. Okay, not really much here to defend against this. A few palisades are not going to stop a Woad Raider with its +5 attack against buildings. Any attack on stone defense, things like that? No, just Eagle Warriors, of course. Oh, the castle go down, but the Treb retorts. Oh, that is sour. That is absolutely sour. Remember that bombard cannons are actually more expensive than Trebs, right? A Treb is 200 wood, 200 gold. This is 225 wood, 225 gold, and the Woads are in the base. But here we go, hand cannoneers. +10 attack against infantry makes them deadly against these Woads. We saw Mr. Yo and the Viper play Persians versus Celts. We saw how effective those Persian hand cannoneers were. In this case, I don't know who wins here with the guy on the left. Yep, the guy on the left won it. 2 kills for him. And now the base is stabilized. The house finishing just in time. Greedy Celtic villagers are about to start teething stone. But the gunpowder units are still alive. Oh, he doesn't notice. He doesn't notice. This could have been free. This could have been a free, easy pickoff here for JorDan, who then now turns tail and runs. But ACCM has been knocked down to 105 villagers. His army supply is a little smaller. Those villagers, 20 of them are not doing much, but 23 of JorDan's are also not doing much. He is rebuilding the castle here. Why do I feel like I've been watching these knights move back and forth for the last million years? Are they just on patrol? Arbalests behind stone walls are going to make these Woad Raiders completely ineffective. Oh, but there's a bit of a gap. Will JorDan get there? No, he does not. There's one Woad Raider behind enemy lines. He's not being targeted for some reason. So he's going to get a good amount of kills. He's already got 5-6 kills. And now we'll finally go down. But will he get number 7 first? Yes, he does. Lucky number 7. Another castle falls to this Italian gunpowder. I am not surprised, by the way, that the game has taken this turn. Didn't I say we were going to see some some side swipes and shenanigans. The Celts with their speedy infantry Woad Raider unit. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Finally, welcome to the game, knights. Whereas the Italian with the slower plotting but much more powerful army here are just going up the guts. 32 army supply. Our Italian at 48, but he's dropped to 93 villagers. These Woad Raiders, we've seen them be so devastating before. They kill so damn quickly. Their attack speed of 2, nothing to really write home about. And finally, they catch some of these bombards, but nope, only managed to tickle away at the HP. So how will ACCM handle the situation? He's the one being raided to the left. Snow Leopard joining in the fight, raided to the right. But at the same time, he's got a pretty unassailable army here. It must suck to be on such a low ground here. How many shots does it take to kill one Woad Raider who's parading in front of your hand cannoneers? Uh-oh, oh no. Gotta be careful, gotta be careful. Both players. Bombard cannons are definitely dead, right? One does go down. 5 still, 6 still. Where did you come from? No, number 2 dies. Number 3 dies. Number 4 dies. Number 5 and number 6 die. All 6 bombard cannons die in exchange for a unit. Oh my god, that basically costs a little bit more than a champion. 65 food, 25 gold. And they killed 6 of these bombard cannons. What's 450 times 6? 2,700 resources? Yikes. Oh man, that was bad for ACCM, who's now housed at 155. Knights took down one house, have pivoted this way to attack. To attack what? What are you attacking? The stone wall. Oh okay. Okay. got me all flustered here. Is he gonna get the 7th one? Wow. Endless sniping. And by the way, let's take a look. Has our Celt researched Stronghold? I have yet to see that upgrade in action. I believe it heals your and allied infantry unit. Oh, what the hell is this? Our Celt, having teethed enough stone here, pinched enough stone, moves in. This is the villager count to construct structures of a player who wants to put an insane amount of pressure on their opponent. But now we've got... We've got arbalests in the wood line. We've got an arbalest about to die here. Unless these Woads just go completely around him. Never mind, they go around him, they come back. How will ACCM respond to this castle? And more Woads here, but now there is a castle to defend. ACCM doggedly trying to take this castle down. JorDan's about to run out of stone, and he doesn't actually have the gold count that I think I would feel comfortable starting to buy stone. Here we go. Here we go. No bombard cannons. Oh, never mind. There are 2 to the left. Attack rounds. Looks like he got a pretty decent attack round there. Oh no, the Woads surround. The Woads surround. This is going to be absolutely disastrous for one of the players. It looks like for JorDan. There's a lot of hand cannoneers here still. The castle helping out. What an absolute epic hold here, but he's losing hand cannoneers. He's down to 17, 16. But now JorDan's feeding a bit. Does he care though? ACCM's primary town center. By the way, with the fire emoji here, or our animation, it kind of looks like the inside is on fire. Which reminds me of that one, I forget which Uncharted game it was. I'm very into the Uncharted series on PlayStation. I forget which one it was with the mansion that was on fire, and there was that level that you have to run out of it when it's being, when it's burning. I always found that to be so stressful. But I passed it anyway. But still stressful. Posturing in the center here, 48 army supply to 32, but look at ACCM's villager count. 82 against 140. Not that he's producing the most expensive units here. He is going Arbalests and hand cannons. Okay, they're not cheap, but not exactly cavaliers and so forth. And now again, the Woad Raiders close the distance. Again, they decimate the bombard cannon count. Where's the last bombard cannon? He's here to the left. Oh God. 5 hand cannoneers, 4 hand cannoneers. I am not surprised by that at all. That was just a disaster here. What was going on? They were basically chasing them to their deaths. What are we working with? 15 hand cannoneers and 22 Woads. And what the hell was this? Okay, he wanted to get his town center up. Why did the hand cannoneers go north? Why didn't they go west? Under the protection of the castle. Let's see that again. The bombard cannons go, oh, you know what? He was maybe trying to distract so that he wouldn't attack the bombard cannons. It's quite possibly the worst direction these hand cannoneers could have gone. Had they just gone left, the castle would have helped out. And with the castle, they would have absolutely wrecked these Woad Raiders. But look at this, more Woads coming in. What an amazing game out of both of these players. Holy moly. ACCM with a big old death ball here. JorDan poking and prodding, destroying his opponent's economy. He's down 59 villagers compared to his opponent. 242 Woads, 74 hand cannoneers. I mean, with a castle, this probably beats this, right? A castle and maybe some kind of staggered defense, maybe some houses and walls in between. Otherwise, this will just overwhelm this, but you guys know what I mean. Right at the end of the game, JorDan with the peak APM. Is that surprising to anyone? With raiding happening to the left, raiding happening here with this guy, raiding over here, raiding over here. ACCM right at the beginning of the game. Economy, holy moly. I guess when you have 59 more villagers than your opponent, it doesn't hurt your economies. What is that, about 6,000, just under 6,000 more wood? Double the food almost, gold basically identical, even though our Celt had 4 relics. So ACCM actually mining more gold. This is what is bonkers to me. Look at this, more than 3 times the stone count. And again, unless I missed something, let me know in the comments. I think it was 7 patches to 12. And then on top of that, our Celt with all the map control. I mean, take a look at his map control. This is just ridiculous. He has so many villagers, he doesn't even need to defend. What's 12 villagers if he loses these guys? And then again, what's 9? 21 villagers would still put him at 38 more villagers than his opponent if they died. Expanding here, I love it. Rebuilding the castle. It's not something you see very often. You know, when a pro player loses a castle in a certain spot, you don't really see them ever rebuilding that castle in that same exact spot. In this case, JorDan did exactly that. Kill count. Pretty damn identical here. Our Italian has killed a lot more units. Of course he has. He's got the stronger ranged unit, whereas our Celt has killed 8 times the villager count of his opponent. Wow. What an absolute spectacular game here up high on the mountain plateaus where the air is thinner, the players are crazier, and the Celt versus Italian matchup did not disappoint. I wanted to see multi-pronged attacks. It's going to be hell to pay for me when I edit this video and add all the picture-in-pictures. I hope I don't miss any of the action. I hate missing action. Whereas our Italian just went straight up the guts. I figured with these a bit slower units. I mean, look at their speed, 0.96 compared to the 0.138. Second only to an Elite Eagle Warrior is this Woad Raider. And just an amazing display of the strengths of both of these civilizations, the cheaper gunpowder versus the raiding quickness of the Celts. But in any event, despite the fact that ACCM tried to get up a death ball, and despite the fact that he made some progress, not here, but at least over here, with his units and his army, it is JorDan, our Celt in red, who takes this game, but GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.